Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lauren, the film student extraordinaire, and today we're getting productive.
I was kissing you with my eyes open.
So if you missed my last couple of videos, I am back at Temple. My classes start soon and it really is the perfect time to get productive and not only get productive, but set myself up to be productive for the semester. And it really starts with not just the space, we are going to get to that, but it really starts internally with you and yourself. So I think the first thing that I consider to be productive is to know my schedule. And I went over my class schedule. Well, actually, I didn't go over my class schedule. I went over my classes, what I'm taking this semester, but I didn't really necessarily go over what my routine is going to be. So I thought I would take this opportunity and I'm going to kind of go through my schedule and explain a little bit about why certain things are in place to help me stay in a productive mindset. Then I'm going to talk about setting routines up for myself that aren't school related but just kind of like lifestyle routines. And then we're going to talk about the space. So I'll try to leave timestamps about the categories, but I may forget. Hopefully when I'm editing this I'll remember, but we'll see. So the first thing that is, I think, absolutely necessary to be productive is to have some sort of calendar. I have my physical planner, I have a wall calendar over there that I'll show when I do a little tour of the room, and I have my Google Calendar. And you don't need all of these things, and whatever you have to kind of figure out your schedule, but it needs to be something other than just in your head, because you just might forget something and it's just not worth it when you're like, oh my god, what did I forget? What's going on? Sundays starts off with mass in the morning. Obviously I go to church, but I just think it's really nice to kick off the week that way, Sunday morning. It's just a great way to like reset. And it is an 11 a.m. mass, so it's not like I have to get up super early, but it also makes me feel like I'm not going to be wasting the whole of the day because I did do something in the morning already, so I'm kind of like ready to go in the afternoon. And then Monday starts with classes. I have classes every weekday this semester. Mondays, it's mostly in the morning classes, and then Mondays and Wednesdays actually the same schedule with the two classes. They're both the same classes, as in, okay, I'm not explaining this well at all. I have a class that meets Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then I have a class that meets Monday, Wednesday, and then I have a class that meets Tuesday, Thursday, and I have a class that meets just Tuesday, and another class that meets just Thursday. So, sorry if that was confusing. I don't have my work hours yet, but I have tentatively scheduled them, like I put in my availability. So I know I'm not going to be working Friday afternoons, and I do that because I want Friday afternoons to try to get a ton of work done Friday afternoon, because that way my weekend I can additionally get more work done, but I don't have to be like stressing and feeling like, oh my god, like I only have the weekend to do this. I have a ton of time on Friday to get work done. And then I have pretty much my evenings are free after 6, except for one day where I put tutoring availability, so I may be working then, and I have a class that ends at 9 Thursday. But for the most part, I have evenings are good to go, and I set this up for my schedule because I know that way in the evenings I can be, productive and I won't be so tired. Additionally, I can get work done and I can go to bed sooner versus when I have class, like Thursday nights are probably relatively later for me because I have class that ends at 9 and then I still have to get work done beyond that. So that is something I have to be conscious of and really, think about it. Then, let's see. That schedule section is actually really short because I don't actually know exactly when my work hours are, so there's not so much I can say on that count. So I'm going to move into the next kind of category, and we're going to start with my sleep schedule because sleep is super important. It does so many good things for you, and especially for me, my migraines, it just is very beneficial. So I'm going to read off my morning time. So the first thing I need to do, Sunday starts at 11. Monday it's at 9, Tuesday 11, Wednesday 9, Thursday 11, Friday at 9, and then Saturday nothing. So what I'm going to be doing right now is making my alarm system. Now, it's actually probably going to be closer to 10 on Sundays, or 10:15, 10:30, because that's what I'm going to be music ministering, cantering in the choir and such, but that hasn't been like set up yet, but I'm going to presumably be cognizant of that. So I use my iPad for my alarms, and I have a ton of alarms, but the nice thing is at this point I can pretty much delete all of them. I like to delete all my alarms at the beginning of the semester, so now I have no alarms. That way I know I'm setting them up and I'm not just thinking I set them up, because I know I'm taking the time to set them up right now. So the first alarm I'm going to add will be Sundays, and I'm going to decide that on Sunday I can wake up at 9:30. That sounds pretty good. And I don't know exactly what your alarm system is. I know some people like wake up with the light. I might wake up with light, but that's not reliable enough for me. So I use an alarm, and I don't have an alarm sound. I use a song. For the longest time now, I've been using that good old Every Time We Touch radio mix. And it's great. I think it's awesome. It wakes me up. All is well. I also, just while we're here, I put my iPad on this shelf here, and I sleep over there. So I really have to kind of get up to turn off the alarm, which I think is very, very important. Now, Mondays, because it is digital, it's like a remote classroom. So I think I'll plan on waking up at 8 on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. That way I have an hour to like make sure I'm in the zone, especially if I have, exams some mornings. I don't want to wake up like right beforehand, because that would suck. And then like I might be just like, Technically though, this alarm I'm going to turn off right away though, because tomorrow is a Monday at the point of me filming this, and it's Martin Luther King Day, so we don't have class. But afterwards, I'll make sure it's on. So now I have Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday set up. So I just need my Tuesday and Thursday. Now I could say, I can wake up at 10 because my class is at 11. However, I don't want to be waking up at 8 and then waking up at 10 and then waking up at 8 and then waking up at 10. That does not sound like a really good sleep schedule for me. So what I'm going to do is I will decide on those days I will wake up at 9. That's an hour difference, which may still seem like a lot, but I think it's a much better system than otherwise. And then the day that I usually let myself wake up at 10 at the latest, like I might wake up before that, is Saturday, because it's a Saturday and I deserve it. I tell myself I deserve it, and I can always wake up before that. It's not like I have to stay in bed until that time, but if I feel like, oh my gosh, like I need to wake up or whatever, like I can change it. But if I just go to sleep and I don't have a ton necessarily that I need to get done, or I have a lot to get done but I know I'll get it done in the afternoon, I want to give myself that chance to get that rest. So now you can see I have an alarm for 8, 9, 9:30, 8, 9, 9:30, and 10. So I like this because the biggest difference is like at a time is only 1 hour, which I think is very important. And whether it's 1 hour going that way, or actually just kidding, Friday to Saturday, that's a 2 hour difference, but that's the weekend. And then I kind of can wean myself back, because then Sunday I wake up at 9:30, so it's half an hour. And then, yeah, just totally ignore what I said about that difference being an hour. I'm totally wrong with that. But this is also good because like the medications I take, usually like kind of a window between an hour and a half, 2 hours, that has been totally fine with me. So I know this is going to work for me and my body. So that's very important. And then I also just make sure that it's charged, because you don't want to have that thing where you like set up your alarm and then Then the next important thing to consider, now that we've talked about sleep, is, food. I think it's important to have some kind of idea of what your meals situation is. So for me, I do have a meal plan on campus. It's a 10 meal plan, so I have 10 meals a week. And then the rest of the meals, I kind of have them for myself. So breakfasts, I pretty much always eat at my apartment. I have a mix of stuff. I have oatmeal, I can make eggs, cereals, etc. And I think it's really important for me to have a little bit of variety for breakfast. And I don't usually eat a ton for breakfast as well, so just because I'm not usually that hungry, but I make sure I have something. And then I have juice. I have lots of fruit snacks and like also little crunchy things, Cheez-Its, Goldfish, etc. because when I do myself and I know myself, if I have a little kind of like hunger windows, that's kind of what I call them, then I make sure I eat something, even if it's not that big, because otherwise, if I'm waiting for like a set time to eat, I might miss my chance, and then my stomach's just like, all right, I don't want the food anymore, even though I know it's actually hungry, and then I feel kind of sick. So a lot of this has to be about like being productive for you. What is productive for me is not necessarily productive for you, and you should like talk to somebody. Like I worked out my kind of food idea system with my nutritionist at school. I didn't just come up with it by myself. So like don't just follow everything I'm saying here about like snacks. Then lunches during the week, presumably I'll be eating lunch. Actually, let me check my schedule again. So Sundays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Sundays, Tuesdays, Thursdays. Okay, so that's 5. Those are 5 lunches that I'm probably going to be eating out of my apartment. Monday and Wednesday, I have class from 10:10 to 1:05, and I'm definitely going to be eating like during that class because I'm going to be very hungry. So those meals I'll plan on eating here, whether I have like leftovers or like takeout. I also have like some food, like I have bagels I kind of reheat or have ready to go for the said class. Then with the dinner's a little more sporadic. It depends when, like, if I'm meeting someone for dinner, where they want to eat. Not all my friends have meal plans, so, and also because right now the weather's kind of cold, so I'll probably see less of my friends for dinner now because we can't like go eat outside and social distance. So dinners I tend to be a little more flexible, but lunches I like to know what I'm doing for lunch every day because lunch is a super important meal for me. Otherwise my energy is just kind of like, and I'm sure that's the same with a lot of people, but I'm just putting it out there. Now let's go around the room and I'll just kind of chat through stuff and what we have to do. So these are my sweaters, and I think this is important to know, like, that they're right there by the door. This is the wall calendar. These is an area that we need to work on. It's supposed to be like my snack area, but it's a little hectic. Clothes in there are fine. The bed, I mean, I'll probably make the bed to like show off, but like, I mean, there's just a lot of stuffed animals. Munchkin, French toast, Frenchie, the cow pillow, the happy face, cupcake, Lammy, Sparkle. I think that's everyone who's here. The wall's nice and kind of like, not bland, but you know, still pretty spacious. It's just some posters. But up there's kind of like a war zone, so I'll probably check it out. My closet, I did just move back yesterday, so I hung everything up, and I do have like my nice suit stuff, dresses back there. But this area, we gotta go through, make it color organized, because that is very helpful for me when I'm picking my outfits. Then of course down there, it's also a war zone. You'll see when I'm going through everything. Up here needs to be worked on. This still looks pretty good. These are like my snacks that I'm going through. Record of the day. I organized this stuff yesterday because I was, as I said, I was moving back, and I just think it's really important to know like what's up. My Bibles, like my kind of fun, helpful books. I have other books up there. My records, the candles, jewelry box, petfolio. See, this all looks really nice, right? Like I organized my film books, my scrapbook stuff. This is my extra monitor. But then, I mean, that's just like a disaster. Needs to be made a lot cleaner. That's just the trash can. That corner, I mean, that's just my stuff. Like the desk sort of looks nice, but like big yikes over here. And then this just needs work. And you might be thinking like, that seems like unnecessary stuff, when overall the room does look pretty good. But to me, it's just so important to have like a clean space, especially starting out the semester, because I know it'll get messier. And I just want to have a place that I can come in back to my space and just feel like refreshed, like, okay, this is organized. I know exactly where everything is that I want. So that's what we're going to be doing right now.
I like the bed to myself. Nobody's stealing covers. I like to drink to myself. So I'ma have another no. I don't need a hand to hold tight. Don't need a love that's all mine. But sometimes I just want somebody to talk to. Someone that's by myself, so I can do my own moves. No, I don't need a hand to hold.
Okay, so obviously my ring light's behind me. I just turned the camera around just to do a little explanation before you see like the time lapse and everything. So all this stuff I just took off, these are things that I've been accumulating for the past basically like semester, year, because I take out some things but not everything. So I want to figure out what is actually like necessary to keep in that spot, and if there's other things I can kind of tuck away, like my calculator. I probably will be using it because I have 2 business classes, so might come up, I want to keep it. But like these index cards that I made for a class last semester, like I can recycle those. So that's kind of what I'm going through, just to check out whatever's there. And then this giant stack of papers. I got some old syllabi in here, like some letters from my mom. Obviously I'm gonna keep those letters, but like old syllabi I can chuck. Random things that just accumulate and just shove there. So I'm gonna be going through all that stuff, checking out everything to make sure that it's actually nicely set up for what I want to be doing and what I'm actually, gonna actually use this semester. So that's just, what's going on. And then then I'll probably do like the top shelf within that time. So I probably won't like do the time lapse upward because there's just not much there. Then I clean under the desk out, and then I want to color organize my closet. But we're getting there. This video is probably going to be too long because I was going to talk about like specifically semester stuff, but I think like with college and classes, I think I might save that for another video. If you guys are interested in that specific college like productivity stuff, please let me know down below, because otherwise this feels more applicable to just like getting yourself ready to go. So that's what's up.
White lace on the outside.
So I just realized my memory card had filled up. I don't know why I wasn't keeping tabs on that, so I have no clue when it stopped filming. So there might be a big jump in what my desk situation looked like between what you just saw and what you're about to see. I am so sorry about that. Obviously, that's why I'm making this video. Like, that's why I'm doing this stuff, to get productive so that this kind of thing doesn't happen. I need to be more organized so I can keep track of everything.
It's just so fragile. Can you fix my music box? My heart is shy, just like my thoughts. I just want the song to play, the one that takes my breath away. Can you fix?
And now my battery will die. Literally, my other one's still charging, so I'm gonna do some neatening up and then I'll just check back in. Okay, so I did a lot of neatening up, and honestly then I kind of forgot that I was supposed to film it again because I just got caught up in a YouTube video I was watching and I was coloring, but then I remembered. So this is what this space looks like now. The goldfish are not permanent. I'm really happy with it. Looks so much better. I'm really pleased. These things I need to remember to give to my mom, and that's, just whatever. And I put all the stuff off my bed, recycling. So now the only thing really left to do is put the clothes in color order. So let's do it. And that's it for this video. I'm sorry if it was like really hectic. I'm honestly so mentally exhausted from moving in and unpacking everything, but more videos are coming, so stay tuned for those. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, all the stuff, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.